What's up? What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the channel, Sports, Life, and Politics TV. I'm Samuel Koppel, and I'm here for the sports news. And today, we have the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the number 1 seed, Kansas City Chiefs. Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Now, the Kansas City Chiefs, over the past 3 or 4 years, have most definitely been one of the most exciting teams to watch, with Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce. But the Kansas City Chiefs are powered by 4 people at this point. That's Pat Mahomes, Andy Reid, Travis Kelce, and Chris Jones, defensive tackle. Chris Jones has been an All-Pro. He's had 15 sacks this year. He's been sensational. But outside of that, the Kansas City defense have been just good enough. Are they great? No. But they're good enough to win a game. But over the last week, or in last week's game, Pat Mahomes sustained an ankle injury. Is Pat Mahomes talented enough to win a game from the pocket with his arm? Absolutely. But can he be the team that has beaten him 3 straight times? Can he be the team who has a quarterback who's 8-0 in games under 40 degrees? It remains to be seen. Now, obviously, the Cincinnati Bengals beat the Kansas City Chiefs last year in the playoffs, or I'll say in the AFC Championship, to go to the Super Bowl. Kansas City Chiefs, they're extremely dependent on the quarterback position. Pat Mahomes is sensational in getting out of the pocket, making things happen, scrambling, and throwing down the field. From time to time, he uses his feet to pick up a first down, pick up some much-needed yardage here or there. But overall, when he gets out of the pocket and he's scrambling, it's to actually throw the ball down the field. He has a high ankle sprain. Now, I sprained my ankle. I had a high ankle sprain. Now, this was in 2001. 2002. But that's irrelevant. My ankle hurt for a fucking year. Now, obviously, professional athletes have better doctors, better treatment, and all these different things. But it's only been a week. And a high ankle sprain, even for the best, most top athlete, takes at least a month. He's going to be back out there against the Cincinnati Bengals, a team that's whipped his ass when he was completely healthy. It's going to be a tough look. Now, on the other side, we have this, and I actually picked the Kansas City Chiefs to actually win and advance to the AFC Championship, and that's exactly what they did. Now, I did pick against the Cincinnati Bengals. I thought the Cincinnati Bengals were a great team, a lot of talent, but I was extremely worried about them running the ball consistently. But that's exactly what they did last week. They handed the ball to Joe Mixon, and they worked off play-action pass. And if they do that, this team will win a Super Bowl. Because talent-wise, from top to bottom, Cincinnati has it all. Unlike the 49ers, who's dealing with a third-string quarterback. Cincinnati has a top 3 quarterback at this point in the league. Joe Burrow is all that and a bag of hot Cheetos at this point. But Joe Burrow also has a lot of talent. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon. They've shuffled around the offensive line, but the offensive line has been just good enough. With a great game plan by Zach Taylor, ex-Nebraska quarterback. Cincinnati defense is underrated. They don't blitz a lot. But what they do is play a lot of great pass coverage with the linebackers and the secondary. All season long, Eli Apple has been He's been a target by other offenses. But when you have only the 4 down linemen rushing and you drop everybody else back into coverage, that makes it tough on the opposing quarterback. And that's exactly why they've beaten the Kansas City Chiefs 3 straight times. They make Pat Mahomes consistently throwing the coverage. And they're able to get just enough pressure from the defensive line to cause mayhem. And we all know Jamar Chase is probably the best wide receiver in the league. Right there, him and Jefferson from the Vikings. But they have a trio of Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins. And the tight end Hurst. Decent tight end, not great, but decent. And they got a hell of a back of this guy on the screen. Right here, of Joe Mixon. And the reason why I have him on the screen, because he's the key to this game. Kansas City Chiefs has to just run the ball just enough to keep Kansas City off balance. You don't want to become too pass happy to where Kansas City can tee off on you. Send all these exotic pressures or all these different coverages and confuse the quarterback. The great thing about when you have a great quarterback and a decent running game is damn near unstoppable. And all of these guys are in their prime. They don't have a lot of people who's aged and old on the back end and woulda, coulda, shoulda. They have at least another 3-year run in them. Now, who they pay and don't pay, that's neither here nor there. But they have the youth and the talent to compete for the next at least 3 or 4 years. And with the quarterback, you could say the next 10 years to be competitive in the playoffs. In this game, it's going to be difficult for Kansas City with a hobbled quarterback and a tight end who I love in Travis Kelce, a hell of a tight end who's looking like he might go down as the greatest tight end of all time if he could have another season or two like he's had previously. But the Cincinnati Bengals look like they're just too much. Too much youth. Too much experience at this point. They've already been to the Super Bowl. They're literally sweating out confidence at this point. And I don't see how Kansas City can do it. Is it possible? Absolutely. Anything is possible. The offensive line, sometimes when the quarterback is hurt, they tend to protect the quarterback at all costs. But if he's hobbled and he can't get out of the pocket and make those plays, those sensational plays he's used to making, there's no way that the Kansas City Chiefs can beat the Cincinnati Bengals. So me personally, I'm going with the Cincinnati Bengals to win this game. Joe Burrow, Mixon, Jamar Chase, Higgins, Boyd, just too much. Too many offensive weapons. With a hobbled quarterback. I like this game. 27-24. Cincinnati Bengals. The Kansas City Chiefs will put up a fight. They have a chance, but Cincinnati's just a little bit too much. They're in their prime right now. They're in their bag. And I like Cincinnati to win this game and advance to the Super Bowl to play against the Philadelphia Eagles. You have a Bengal versus an Eagle. Who will win, we'll see. I'm Samuel Koppel. This has been Sports Life and Politics TV. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. I just took your ass on an AFC playoffs preview ride. Peace.